Nowadays, people use different ways to understand personalities. Some methods, like the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator (MBTI) and the Big Five, are quite popular. They are used by companies and schools to figure out how people are. But there's an older system called the Enneagram that has been around for a long time, and it's still considered good at understanding personalities. It divides people into 9 basic types based on their behaviors and fears. The Enneagram says that each person develops one main personality types as they grow up. This type helps them deal with the world around them. The Enneagram also looks at the fears and desires connected to each type to understand why people act the way they do. Now, here's the interesting part. The Enneagram doesn't say you fit perfectly into just one of the 9 types. It believes that everyone shows traits of all types at different times, but there is a core type that doesn't change, and the Enneagram helps find out what it is. The Enneagram has a history that goes back to Sufism, a mystical branch of Islam. It came to the West through a Russian philosopher and was refined by a Chilean psychiatrist in the 1950s. Now, lots of professionals and even religious groups use it to understand people better. You can either read about the 9 types and figure out which one fits your best, or you can take a test. The test helps find your main personality type. Plus, there are 2 other types called wings that influence you too. The Enneagram isn't about putting people in boxes, it's more like a tool to help you understand yourself and others. It gives insights into why people do certain things and how they relate to the world. Let us discuss about the 9 personality types in the Enneagram. The perfectionist, very organized and principled but can be critical. The helper, empathetic and kind but sometimes forgets about their own needs. The achiever, busy and ambitious but fears disappointing others. The individualist, unique and creative but can be moody. The investigator, curious and analytical but may struggle with social interactions. The loyalist, responsible and cautious but can feel anxious. The enthusiast, spontaneous and fun-loving but struggles with commitment. The challenger, assertive and protective but may be confrontational. The peacemaker, easygoing and agreeable but may avoid conflict. The Enneagram is like a guide that talks about different types of personalities. It's not something everyone agrees on, especially in the world of science. Picture it like a big circle with 9 points. Each point represents a different personality type. The outer part is a circle. Inside there's a triangle and a hexagon, a 6-sided shape that isn't a regular shape. As its basic level, the Enneagram talks about 9 different personality types, but it gets complicated because there are also 27 subtypes and 3 centers that focus on action, feeling, and thinking. The idea is to figure out which personality type suits you best. The Enneagram says that your personality type is kind of like your default settings. It's the way you usually behave, but they also say your surroundings and experiences can change some things about your personality. The Enneagram also says you are not just one type. You are a mix of your main type and 1 or 2 nearby types called wings. These wings can affect your overall personality, but they don't change your main type. The Enneagram is used for a few things. People use it to understand themselves better, improve how they relate to others, and even for work stuff. Some businesses use it to boost their employees' motivation and teamwork. The Enneagram isn't proven science. It's more like a tool for thinking about yourself and others. Some studies say it helps with personal growth, relationships, and even therapy. Critics say it's not very scientific, but some evidence suggests it could be useful in certain situations. The Enneagram is like a guide that helps you understand different types of personalities. People find it interesting. Some Enneagram text asks you questions and you answer them on a scale from 1 to 5, where 1 means you don't agree and 5 means you agree. For example, they might ask if it's important that people like you or if you strive for perfection. Other tests only give you 2 choices, like whether you tend to take on confrontations or avoid them. These tests help you understand your personality. Let us give some tips when use Enneagram test results. The Enneagram is known because of online tests. It helps you see your strengths and weaknesses for self improvement. Remember, personality is a complex, and a simple online test can't tell you everything. Don't take the results too seriously. Some people criticize it, saying it's not scientific enough. Descriptions of personality types can be too general, like horoscopes. Not everyone agrees on how it works. The Enneagram doesn't say one type is better than another. It depends on the person and their culture. Thanks for watching.